Hello YouTube, this is Duke the Porcupine, and today I have my Week 4 battle in the LSBA. Today we face the Turnt Up Tyrantrums, run by Lindy. My opponent could bring Togekiss, Scizor, Gengar, Heatran, Zangoose, Tyrantrum, Ditto, Pikachu, Cinccino, Machamp, or Mega Gardevoir. Honestly did not have the amount of prep time I'd like, but had just enough to plan on what could hit her team hard and what can take hits from her team. So I realized a Swords Dance Mega Pinsir would OHKO literally everything on her whole team. That I'd have to be worried about some Pokemon outspeeding it potentially. And like Choice Scarf Minccino. How about Cinccino? Or even a Choice Scarf Tyrantrum could potentially outspeed Heatran. Things like that could outspeed and easily OHKO it if it does not have any boosted speed or anything like that. So, and for some reason, while I was sitting there planning, I thought of a crazy set for Jolteon. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's not crazy, but it's crazy to me because I've always done an all-out attacking Jolteon. I thought if I could get a sub up, get an agility, and then baton pass it to Mega Pinsir, then I could win. One Swords Dance would mean victory at that point. An easy victory, just because Mega Pinsir hits everything hard, plus 2 attack. It destroys pretty much everything. There's not much that can survive a single hit from Pinsir at that point. And her priority over her couple of Pokemon that do have it would not be able to take out Mega Pinsir once he has plus 2 speed and plus 2 attack. One concern for this strat would be that Jolteon is very frail. It would have to be only a couple Pokemon that I could set up on, as I said, Jolteon is not very strong at all. The other concern would be the Ditto on her team, as Ditto, I believe, copies all stat changes also. So if I set up a plus 2 speed, plus 2 attack Mega Pinsir and she brings that thing in, I'm pretty sure most Dittos run Choice Scarf. I don't know why you wouldn't run Choice Scarf on a Ditto, but then she would obviously outspeed. Pretty sure that would OHKO Mega Pinsir, and that would probably start running a train through most of my team. So I had to be very careful about her bringing Ditto. As I said earlier, my other concern would be a Choice Scarf Cinccino, as it would outspeed Pinsir and easily OHKO Pinsir with probably a Tail Slap, but definitely a Rock Blast. That would easily destroy Mega Pinsir. So those are my big concerns for this battle. If I'm able to avoid those issues, then hopefully we can have a good victory on our hands. If not, it could be a tight battle. We'll see. Stay tuned, guys. As you can see, I brought Mega Pinsir, Jolteon, Heracross, Goodra, Conkeldurr, and Darmanitan. I brought Mega Pinsir for the hopeful sweep. Jolteon has a special set I talked about earlier. Heracross hits almost all of her Pokemon hard and outspeeds most of her team with a Choice Scarf. Goodra is this beefy special wall that can take out Mega Gardevoir with a poison type move. Conkeldurr can destroy most Pokemon with a knockoff, remove their item, or a stab drain punch, and Darmanitan was pretty much brought solely to deal with that Scizor, as Scizor's one true weakness is fire, which luckily she brought, as you can see. It also hits much of her team hard with a Flare Blitz, or gives me some good switch initiative with a U-turn. And my opponent brought Mega Gardevoir, Heatran, Scizor, Machamp, Cinccino, however you say that, and Togekiss. So let's jump into this battle. So she leads off with Cinccino. I'm not too surprised about it. I bring out Darmanitan. So I'm not sure exactly what she wants to do. I want a U-turn. So if she switches out, sweet. I have switch initiative then. If not, I can see what she does. So she goes for a knockoff here. Knocks off my Choice Scarf. That clearly tells me that she is scarfed, since I'm scarfed. Jolly nature, so that should have easily outsped a normal Cinccino. Any set other than a scarf. So turn 1, I know that this thing is scarfed. So U-turn. Sucks that my Choice Scarf is gone, but I have very important information. So I bring in Mega Pinsir here, knowing that she's stuck with knockoff. Knockoff's not going to do a whole lot. So I just go for a return here, hit whatever she switches into hard. So as you see, I Mega, and I will hit her with the return. doing 70% damage. So here my thought process is, why did she bring this thing in? So I was paranoid that this thing was also choice scarfed potentially, and I didn't want Mega Pincer going down. Well, actually, I'm an idiot because there's leftovers, so I don't know why. I must have not been paying attention to the leftovers part, because that would have told me that she's not choice scarf. So she T-waves, paralyzes Gudra. I'm like, okay, I can hit this thing with a poison type move, take it out, and here comes the Serene Grace Hex. Flinched. I'm like, okay, whatever. I can hit her next turn. Not a big deal. I'm a special wall, I should be able to take these. And then she goes for a Dazzling Gleam, and I go, oh, I cannot take these. And I'm paralyzed. So this is where I go, well, what can take a good hit from Togekiss? I think Jolteon can take hits pretty well, right? Air Slash is resisted, so I switch into Jolteon, predicting anything from Togekiss as it can take any hit. So I decide to set up a sub this turn. I have leftovers on Jolteon, so make sure I can set up subs. So obviously a much different set than I normally bring already. So on the switch in, I set up a sub. She brings in Heatran. So this thing is kind of scary. Run many different sets. Obviously it'll destroy the sub on Jolteon pretty easily. I just wanted to see what she's going to go for. I went for the agility here. She went for the earth power, which is super effective. So obviously takes up my sub. And then I go, she's probably going to go for earth power again, right? So I'm going to go into Mega Pinsir on the predicted earth power, but Baton Pass the speed boost to Mega Pinsir here, predicting that, as since I've Mega Evolved, Pinsir is part flying now, and luckily he can avoid it. As you can see, bring him in, earth power, immune. And this next turn, probably took 2-3 minutes in both our parts. So initially, I went, oh, this is a point where I can win easily GG if I Swords Dance. So initially I hit Swords Dance right away. Sat there for about a minute, then I thought about it, and I was like, well, she might be choice scarfed, might not be, we don't know. Actually, yeah, she's not, we don't know what she is yet right now. So I go, because she was thinking for a very long time also. This, as I said, this is a minute, and so I went, well, crap. If she's not choice scarf, then she could hit me with one of her other moves, aka Lava Plume. And I ran the calc on it, and standard sets on Heatran would do 90 to 105-ish% damage to Pinsir or so. So I was like, ooh, see, I could still pretty much run train through her team if she decides to hit me with that. I can still do a ton of damage to her team and take that out this turn. But so then I clicked Earthquake, thinking, okay, that'll easily KO this thing, but then I won't be able to KO the rest of her team. And so I did Earthquake, sat there for 30 seconds to a minute, and then I just went, you know what? If I get this Swords Dance up, I just straight up win. There's literally nothing on our team that can take a +2 Pinsir hit. That has nothing can outspeed a +2 Pinsir either. So I just go, you know what? Let's just go for this Swords Dance, see what happens. And she went for Stealth Rocks. So if she would have gone for Lava Plume, I didn't know this during the time of the battle, but I learned after the battle that her Heatran is not the set that I looked at, and actually has max special attack. So it would have actually one-hit KO'd my Pinsir. So that was actually a huge risk on my part that I should probably not take in the future. But, you know, I just decided to throw my balls out there, and if she stomped on them, whatever, and move on. But now we have a +2 Pinsir in the field, +2 attack, +2 speed. This is kind of what I was hoping for the sweep. So obviously I went for Earthquake to try to take out Heatran, because I'm pretty sure a return would have OHKO'd it, but I was just paranoid. So I went for Earthquake here. she makes a good prediction on that. Switches into Togekiss, but +2 speed, +2 attack. Now I'm just going to hit her with a return. The return did 70% before. This will take her out easily. And so here comes the sweep. And she pretty much, this thing, I don't know why, I was paranoid. I just get paranoid about these things. First, I knew it was scarfed. I didn't want any silly shenanigans of her somehow winning a speed tie or anything like that. I actually didn't check the speed times. I just checked the damage calcs, and quick attack did like 90+% damage. So I just went for a quick attack. I wasn't even going to deal with checking that. I knew quick attack would OHKO from that range. So go for the quick attack, get him out of there. Heatran comes in, going for Earthquake this time, not messing around. Oh, takes him out. Brings in, I believe, Machamp this time. And hits me with the Bullet Punch, which I was thinking Mach Punch, I don't know why, but hits me with a Bullet Punch, does 18%. Now I'm not too concerned. Hit her with the return, takes out the Machamp. Bye-bye Machamp. Brings in the Scissor, her last hope, because it has the priority. I believe it did 20 to 33% or so with the Bullet Punch, so I knew I was safe, but did more than I thought. Maybe that's not Life Orb. That might be Choice Banded or a different set than I looked at. And so, return takes it out, and here comes Mega Gardevoir. Traces Aerialate, not going to do much for her, sorry. And hit her with the return, and that is good game. And that's a 6-0 in my favor. Strategy worked out. So, initially, I wasn't going to do this. Most of our battles, or all of our battles, are supposed to be over DS. But recently, Lindy has said she has not had the best connection, and I have not had the best connection either. I've actually had 3 DCs over 2 weeks, so that's not very good connection. My internet's plenty fast enough, but I don't know. I gotta look into that some more. So originally I wasn't gonna do that set with Jolteon, but then she suggested doing Showdown, and I just went, you know what? It's easy enough to do it in Showdown to change the different moves and things like that. It's much more pain in the butt to do it in game than it is in Showdown. So I just decided to go with it. So decided to go with that set. It paid off in the end. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. It's Duke the Porcupine, and I'll see you guys next time.